Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and we're having quite an interesting day today with going on with the mishaps of Twitter. Or rather, I want to say the mishaps of Twitter, but more of like Elon Musk potentially putting it back onto the table for him to buy it with his $44 billion bid. Granted, this is from Bloomberg, and again, we have to trust everything with a grain of salt. However, I do have some bit of evidence to kind of show that it may actually be very likely possible that that the buyout or the buy is going to happen again or go on the table. So without further ado, let's get directly into it. Musk revised $44 billion Twitter bid, aiming to avoid trial. Elon Musk revised his bid for Twitter incorporated at the original offer price of 54.20 a share, potentially avoiding a courtroom fight over one of the most contentious acquisitions in recent history. That could possibly be the case. I don't think that wouldn't be the problem. I think more in terms of what it would probably be is that he doesn't want to deal with the hassle more than anything. Maybe that may be the reason why he may avoid it. But either way, this needs to happen regardless because the way political landscape is right now, we need some type of big W's here because we need it's getting crazy. I mean, it looks like the left is really starting to slowly collapse. We still have other things that we really need to take care of more on a federal level and then even on a governmental level. And some of the things that even I would say California is doing that with the federal government really needs to step in and stop what they're doing because it's been pretty egregious. But yeah, it seems like this is a good step here, at least for our side, for the people that are right thinking, both Democrat and Republican or whatever side political aisle that you're on. I would say the far left, because we have to be able to separate the far left from the actual Democrats. I think the Democratic people that are just the normal people, not the politicians, are more sane. But I digress. A little bit off topic here. Musk made the proposal in a letter to Twitter, according to people familiar with the matter, who asked not to be identified discussing confidential information. Shares in Twitter climbed up to 18% on the news, and trading has been since halted. Musk and representatives for San Francisco-based Twitter didn't respond to requests for comment on the letter or whether the company would accept the proposal. Now, another thing, too, it would be interesting if Musk also moves Twitter from San Francisco to, like, another state, which severely also hurt California as well, and including the state of, or including the city of San Francisco, which I don't know where he would take that to be. But if he takes Twitter to go into, I would say, Texas, which would probably be a more ideal thing because the way they have it in, the way they would have it in terms of the political free speech outlet there in the law that is Texas, it would be a huge blow to Twitter because that would not allow Twitter to do anything of the censoring of speech because it would be based in San Francisco, be based in Texas and not in San Francisco where freedom of speech in California is almost pretty non-existent here. For Twitter, proceeding with Musk's original terms augurs a future under a mercurial billionaire who has spent months publicly criticizing its management, questioning its value, and changing his mind. It also means that his contested claims that Twitter was lying about which percentage of users were bots, for instance, are not likely to be scrutinized in a courtroom. Musk has been trying for months to back out of his contract to acquire Twitter. In signed April, the billionaire began showing signs of buyer's remorse shortly after the deal was announced, alleging that Twitter had misled him about the size of his user base and the prevalence of automated accounts known as bots, which will kind of make sense because considering that if Twitter lied, it would be a horrible misuse of actually buying it. But here's the thing. This might have been Elon Musk's 3D chess type of move. Because if he takes it to, say for instance, he planned this, and to take Twitter to I would say Twitter to court, and then do discovery, and then expose everything that Twitter has done, it would show on how bad Twitter has really done in these sorts of things, and with the leaks between Elon Musk and his with Jack Dorsey and Powell, this anti-freedom of speech guy, it would be as a pretty huge blow to Twitter in that aspect. So it could be a 3D chess move from him. Don't know, can't really confirm. But if that was, it'd be really a 300 IQ type move because that's just crazy. Musk formally quit the accord in July, and Twitter sued him in Delaware Chancery County Court to force him to go forward with the purchase. The trial is scheduled to begin on October 17th. The judge in Delaware on Tuesday asked both sides to come back to her with a proposal on how the case can now proceed. The options include having Twitter seek to dismiss the case or have her continue to retain jurisdiction until the appeal closes, said a person familiar with the matter. In the weeks-long run of the Delaware showdown, lawyers for both sides have fired candidates of subpoenas at each other aimed at teasing out testimony and evidence. Musk's side needed to demonstrate that Twitter violated the terms of the deal. Twitter alleged that Musk used the policy issue as a pretext for backing out a deal he no longer found uncommon to get sound. Well, doesn't that actually backfire on them, though? Because that's actually the main reason why that, like, if you lied about the bots, then you would actually want to reduce the price of actually going for Twitter or not wanting to buy it. So wouldn't that would be, like, helping is the case? I'm not a legal expert, so don't really listen to me. Musk's legal team was getting the sense that the case was not going well, as Judge Kathleen Carney cited repeatedly with Twitter in the pre-trial hearings, according to one person familiar. Even with the late emergence of a Twitter whistleblower who alleged executives were forthcoming on security and bot issues that were concerns Musk's side would not be able to prove a material adverse effect the legal standard required to the exit contract. Now, Twitter may have run a few things, but I think Musk won one of the bigger things that was on his side. So, that being said, it doesn't seem like it would be too great on his side. Inside Twitter on Tuesday, many employees were sitting through 2023 planning presentations when the news first started to circulate, according to multiple sources. Presenters did not acknowledge the news, which staffers saw spreading on their social network. Many employees have opposed the idea of working for Musk, who have been openly mocked and criticized on internal Slack channels since the deal was signed. Good, because we get rid of the far left, woke, lazy piece of shit people, and then we'll put in people that actually, that will actually want to work and fix the actual platform in itself. I don't really care for Twitter all that much anyways. I think it's a garbage platform. I think it's full of toxic people, and there's a lot of cleaning out on Twitter that needs to be done that should happen. And this is also going to hurt the LGBT community really, really hard for, banning the word groomer, because that word won't necessarily be banned anymore, and these people will be exposed for the people that they are. Twitter shareholders voted September 13th to accept the buyout offer as Musk submitted. The company said that at the time that 98.6% of the votes cast were in favor of the deal. Musk, Twitter's largest shareholder, didn't vote at all, according to two people familiar with his decision. Musk owned almost 10% of Twitter, more than 73 million shares, when he agreed to acquire the company. Musk was scheduled to answer the questions, blah, 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 Dylan Austin, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, and then we also hear from Kate Conger, which is from New York Times. Again, we take these people with a grain of salt because these people lie out their ass immensely. But it also says that Elon Musk suggested buying Twitter at the original price he offered in April, $54.20 per share, which is a lot of fucking money. She did say, she didn't put put billion, but I digress. And it shows that the Twitter has spiked a huge amount in, I would say, in their stocks. It went from being deadline to rising up immediately, which is at 12.05. And then we have Twitter. We have Tesla stocks immediately taking a pretty big dive at around the same time here. So that being said, it looks like it may actually happen, where Elon Musk may actually completely buy Twitter at this point. So only time will tell. But we'll see what happens, guys. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share, and as always, take care.